Pie channel. My name is Sky. I'm the crafter, and owner, I guess, of the QT Pie Crafts LLC. It's been a while, I know. I am doing my best to get back onto some kind of posting schedule. It's year 2, guys. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get consistent. You know, I already work another 9 to 5, so trying to figure out how to balance this. Those crochet girlies like Crochet by Jenna, and then like Loops and Threads, I think is her name. I love watching all those channels. They inspire me so much, so doing my best. You'll also have to forgive me. It's so very yellow in here. I know this is my main light, but even with the sunshine coming through, it still looks really yellow, but whatever. So getting to it, I have my list of things I want to talk about. I have 2 bins in front of me that you cannot see, full of some crafting stuff that I've done that we're going to go over, and I am really excited to catch back up. So first, last year when I first started making videos, I brought up my New Year's resolutions. That was like one of the things that kind of kept me focused, because every time I would post, I'd be like, okay, we worked on this thing this year, and we finally went to our first market, started posting content. So how are you going? Anybody have any really good New Year's resolutions that they're sticking to, proud of themselves? Mine is continue to post on this channel, going for runs more often, like about 2 times every week. Sometimes I have an off week. I've been running like almost 3 miles, so feeling pretty good there. Drinking more water. I need to commit a little bit more to journaling and manifesting, but we'll get there. So let me know down below. All right, my updates. So how do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to start with this top bin and work our way down. No rhyme or reason, no order. If you want the patterns, message me down below or in the comment section and I will let you know what the patterns are there. I'm trying to make this as easy for me as possible. I, again, will get really good and get like, you know, a Google Doc or a link tree with all the patterns I use. Again, we're starting slow and getting bigger. So, alrighty. So off this top bin. So, if you know from last year, my biggest focus on making I would say when I first started, my biggest focus was making things like plants and house decor with crochet that you don't usually see, and I still love doing that, but I also have picked up a couple of more fun patterns. So, of course, I have a couple of my plants. They're 2 green. They have actually 2 or 3 different colors. This has 3 colors and flowers, and this just has 2 colors. I sell these in their own pots for $20, so I made 2 more. Just finished those the last couple of days. Trying to figure out which ones that I can grab and that make the most sense. Then I have the Brie the Mouse. I think, what's the name of the creator? Oh, I don't remember what her name is, but Brie the Mouse. I edited these a little bit, so I really like using acrylic yarn typically, but I've kind of gotten obsessed with Petite Pearl by Loops and Threads, and there's one more. Oh, I should show you the bag. I'll show you in just a second. But I made 2 of her ballerina mouse, and again, the only thing I updated was the size because everybody else uses really puffy yarn. I can't think of any of the other types. Posh Plush and things like that, and I don't really like how that looks. I like thinner yarn, I like acrylic, so when doing a lot of those patterns I have to double it up, otherwise they come out like super small. And I'm trying to make some bigger makes for my markets because I did really good last year, like sold a lot of my inventory, but I feel like I can do better and get a little bit of a better price point for these 2, and I think they're so cute. Doing the faces were really hard. I haven't done face forming, so the second one I think came out much better. She's very cute. Then the first one, she looks more like a rat. I don't know. I think it's the big teeth. But I'm really proud of both of these. So with that being said, I used all of the white Petite Pearl that I bought, and I bought one of those 1-pound skeins. And I'll show you what I use them for. If you've been following this channel for a couple of weeks, you'll know what I'm talking about. But finishing up that mouse, I was playing Yarn Chicken in 1, thank God. But I really, really liked it. So I bought a whole bunch more. Same thing with the green. I finished off 2 or 3 of like those just yarn wound balls that I had from finishing various projects. I actually finished those off and was very proud of myself. And that's what allowed me to go get some more yarn. So, like I said, this Petite Pearl has been what I really like. It's a soft yarn, but it's a 4 weight, I think. Let's see. Does it say it on here? Yeah, it's a medium 4 weight, suggest 4.5 millimeter hook. I always size down my hooks because I like that tight knit look. Not knit, but you know, close together look. So I got 2 more whites, which honestly, these are actually an off-white. They're not the same bright white, which is totally fine. Then, with the Breathe a Mouse pattern, I know that she made a mod for, or I don't know if she made a mod or I've just seen a mod that looks very much like her mice with the cookie, like from To Give Your Mouse a Cookie. So I was looking everywhere for some brown colors, for some brown mice and some cookies. Or I even thought, like, if you did the same Give the Mouse a Cookie looking pattern where it's like, oh, I bought the blue as well. Now trying to remember where I put it. I think it's actually down here in my yarn stash. Yes. Okay, so I actually bought this blue thinking I would do the mice pattern, okay? But instead of having color changes in her leg, I don't know how to explain this, she would have feet with her skin color, or she or he would have feet in the skin color, then blue for the legs, blue for all of this part, still have white arms, so it would look like trousers, normal head, or even with the feet I would do something on the front loop only, so it would kind of look like pants, so he could be a farmer. That was my whole point. I went on that whole spiel to tell you that I wanted to make a mouse pattern with that, but make him look like he has blue trousers on, so he could be a Give a Mouse a Cookie mouse or a farmer mouse. Got there eventually. Anyways, then I saw this gray color and I was like, oh, a gray mouse would be cute, especially the ballerina mice, I think, so I had to have that one. And mind you, my Michaels lately has been so bad. I don't know if they just don't get yarn. Like, it's always on sale and they always have a lot of the new stuff, but they don't have anything I need or any of the colors. I like more neutral, natural colors, and I feel like they have none of that ever. Oh no, I think my cat's about to have an asthma attack. Oh, asthma baby. I'll be right back. Poor baby did have an asthma attack. I had to go get his inhaler. We're back. He's okay. And then, you know, I make those plants. I thought that this Petite Pearl green color, wow, that does not show up well on camera. It's very pretty. It's very emerald. What's the color of this name? What's the color of this name? The name of this color? Forest green. So, again, loops and threads, Petite Pearl. I really like this yarn. I never thought I'd be like a fluffy yarn girly, again, because I usually don't like that it's not really defined. I mean, some people do when they make like those huge ones. I just saw some girl who's been making like a huge Charizard, like a life-size Charizard. Amazing, that looks great. But when they try to make like a cat, like a loaf cat out of fluffy yarn, it's just not my favorite. So I've been testing this out, and obviously I don't need any more yarn. But when I did say so, this one and this one, the blue and this brown, these are the other brand, Big Twist Baby Bear. So they are a little bit thicker. I'm hoping that I can just size down my hook enough that it will go with the other yarn, looking like clothes or a cookie or whatever, without looking too different than the other yarn. We'll find out. It does look like the Petite Pearl at this other store had really, really good stock, so I know where to go if I need more of this stuff. So, like I said, if you've been watching, I guess I should put my ballerinas like up here so they can see. And I love this pattern so much because like they can sit, they kind of stand and dance. Very cute. Put my pants. Again, I'm so sorry that's so like my color. I could probably try to fix it later, but I'm gonna try to get a video. So, so following along with the mice. If you've been around, we've been naming these guys. Hopefully I will put what their names are on my, not hopefully, my plan is to take some good pictures of these guys and put them out on my Instagram with the names that you guys have chosen, because there are some comments under the videos for a couple of these guys, so I'm very excited to see. So I need 2 pinks, I need 3 purple ones, 3 purple guys. These were really fun, really easy to make, really easy to mass prep. 2 yellow guys. I guess I have a lot of room over here. Oh no, turn around. 2 blue. Dun, dun, dun. And 1 regular cow. I definitely should make a couple more in this cow. This one is my favorite. Again, I like more natural things. I like more natural colors and things. I get how cute they are. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna sell them for $15 to $20. I'm kind of sold. The ballerina mice will probably be 20. Those guys are 20. Yeah, I just feel like they're all a good size. Using that yarn, especially compared to acrylic, it's a little bit more expensive. So yeah, they're adorable. Good size. At the end of the season last year, I literally was running out of these, and so I mass prepped a whole bunch of them. Gonna start at the beginning because originally I was like, oh, I remember the pattern. So I started whipping a bunch of these out in the yellow color, and then I had an idea to, instead of doing the bunnies, because the bunnies did well, but I don't think they did as well as the frogs and the chicks. So I was like, I'm gonna focus on frogs and chicks and maybe try a different animal for the other swing. So I made the chicks, and then I was like, okay, I'm excited, let's make the other animal, which I'll show you in a second. But then when I was going through and making the frogs, I was making them the same way I make the chicks. So I tried to retroactively go back and make the frog on the swing, and he's not bad. I don't know how well you guys can see this on camera, but he looks angry. He looks angry to be alive because he's supposed to look like this. So comparatively, you can kind of see how one has the big bump eyes and the other one, I tried to surface crochet some eyes, and it just didn't work out. So I went back and I unclipped all the eyes. I think I'll have a short up about that by the time this video goes up. But I left one because I was like, well, I'm not going to undo it now. Maybe he'll find a home. Maybe he'll have to live with me. But I made the mismatch one, and then 5 more eyes, 5 more frogs. I had one already like prepped. I have this, you know, work in progress bucket. So this is the old color that I used to use. I just picked a nice fun springy color this year. And then I made a whole bunch of chicks. These guys are easy peasy lemon squeezy. Same thing here. I had one in the old color, which you aren't going to be able to tell on camera. It's just slightly darker. And wow, I made a whole bunch of, oh, this is a different one actually. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chicks on swings. So that's good. And then I had pink, and I was like, well, wouldn't it be cute to do an axolotl? I should have put the eyes closer together and the head on the swing, and then crocheted the fins, or the, what are they called actually? I mean, they're fins, but they breathe through them, don't they? Put those things on after, because I put them so wide on the face that I had to kind of, instead of using hands like the frogs get, they have little arms that keep them on the swing. I had to use their fins to keep them on. I think they'd be really cute with little arms, or maybe a little tail, maybe in the future. But for a simple make, and I sell these for $12, I didn't want to make it uber complicated for myself. So we'll see how these do this year, and I only made 5 of them just to see how they do. If I don't do well, maybe I'll add those arms, try to surface crochet some kind of little tail off the back, or just not make any more. See how long it takes them to sew. I had one chicken that was prepped, but it was super duper small. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do with this? And so I made a daisy. Now this one doesn't have a face. I think I'm gonna make like 10 of these, 10 more of these, half of them with faces, half of them without, and then I want to make 5 of them that have rainbow petals because I have a rainbow yarn. I don't know if it'll work, maybe like a white center and then the rainbow yarn, but I think these are going to be super cute too, so we'll give these a go. Tell me down below if you think I should do like 5 of each of those, because I could do 20 flowers in total, 5 without, 5 with eyes as a daisy, or yeah, this would be a daisy, right? And then the rainbow flower, 5 with and 5 without eyes. I don't know, let me know. I think they're super cute. I was torn. I have a frog from last year hanging in my car, and I'm like very tempted to take an axolotl. Lost my train of thought. Last year I made a purple blanket, and I was at market and everybody loved it. It was a little bit more pricey because it takes a very long time to do. Obviously this one is still not done, but everybody was asking, can I make a red one, can you make a purple one, can you make a pink one, not a purple one, can you make a pink one, or can you make a red one? And I was like, I am not going to make a custom of this because I can't guarantee a time of it, but I will start working on one, and if you're lucky at my next market and you're there, it'll be there. I don't want to make customs of it too because I just don't like doing it that much. It gets really repetitive. Plus now, I think, well, I haven't looked at this in so long, that's how, it's still so gorgeous to pull out. Yeah, I have completed all the flowers. So what I need to finish doing is sewing them up to make them actual little flowers, weaving in all of these ends, and then this blanket will be done, which is better than I thought it was because I thought I still had to make the flowers. So I'm gonna try to put this at the top of my list for something to complete, but if I do, I would have 2 blankets, the purple one and this new pink one. I do love that it's 2. If you just saw Minnie, he hates when my supervisor, he hates when I sneeze. So actually, if I take this out of here, I won't think that I have to keep crocheting it. Gosh, I really have a couple projects in here that I'm not a fan of, but I'm sorry. Hay fever is kicking in so bad, and I have the window open, but I feel like these are the worst allergies I've had this year, which is also like slowing me down so much. But anyways, I have some like loose cuttings probably from when I was doing this project. But anyways, point being, this is gorgeous. This is so full. It is perfect for that bouquet look. I just need to finish it is the problem. And once I do, it will probably be a little bit more expensive because I put flowers on every spot where I probably should have put them on every other, and the 2 colors, and it's just taking so long that for my hardships it probably will be a little more expensive. But anyways, here's a project that I'm probably not going to finish. I'm probably going to frog and rewind it. It's supposed to be a pumpkin. I just don't understand how pumpkins work. Someone could sit with me and tell me how this is supposed to look like a pumpkin at some point. I'd be forever grateful. So honestly, that's just going to go back to my closet, and I'm not going to think about it until Halloween next year when I think, I really should make some house decoration pumpkins. And then I start doing it and I hate my life. So that's that. So that's pretty much what I've done over the last couple of months. I'm also working on something else, or like this month particularly, January, March and April. It's kind of the main couple of things I've worked on as I've gotten back into the swing of it. I will not lie to you, from my last market in September to now, to about a month ago, I was having the winter blues and I just did not want to crochet at all. I also started playing Stardew Valley, and that sucked up so much of my time for a long time. And then I noticed that my my Nintendo Switch has a lot of stick drift, so we just ordered new stick joysticks, and I also am sending that one off to Nintendo, so hopefully they'll fix it for me. we'll see. What I was working on though in the meantime was, so like on and off I would pick up my crochet things. Some of these I might have shown before on the channel, like as some of my last videos, maybe a couple of shorts. Some of these I might not have. So my mini birds, last time, I have them in this color, yellow and white. Did so well. I sell them for $7 at my crochet market. I have this little basket that I put the little tissue paper in or whatever. They go really well. So I did make some and fill them. And then I did make some that I did not fill. I don't know if you can tell, but he's flat like a pancake. I'm realizing too, like you don't have to put polyfill in everything. You can just, sorry, I just got a text message and I was trying to read it. You don't have to put polyfill in everything. You can have a couple of preps, so like then I can bring these with me to markets if I notice that they're selling, bring a little polyfill, fill a couple, and restock the table, because I just have bins and bins of crochet that I'm trying to catch up on or get ready, and I feel like it looks like a lot, but actually when I do inventory, it's not as much as I want. So I'm trying to make storage in my bins that makes sense. So I did those. I also made a bunch of these very, very tiny penguins. I'll probably put these on a keychain or something, but they're itty bitty, also squished. I used up all of my gray to make these. Again, sometimes when you're looking at patterns that are for plush or things like that, I need to remember that I need to double it. I'm learning now how to do that by looking at a pattern versus before, literally before Breathe Them Out. So I was not good at this and I would honestly stop halfway through. There's another pattern, it's called Clara the Cat. It's free on Instagram, I think, by some creator. Of course, I can't remember anybody's name, but I really like that pattern for cats. But because she uses a big plush, I have to double it, and I messed up and I made a really good head, but I cannot figure out the ears for the life of me because I was trying to guess instead of the new way that I do, which is pretty much doubling things off the bat and keeping the numbers the same and consistent. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody not in the crochet scene, but that's pretty much what I've been doing. And honestly, testing my patterns and like trying to eyeball things a little bit more. I'm very proud of myself because I didn't ever think I'd be at the point where I didn't need to physically be looking at a pattern all the time to know exactly what I need to do. So getting into the bin of stuff that was a little bit earlier or later last year, 2025. First of all, we got a banner. We're very excited. She's got our moon. She says Cutie Pie Crafts, I can never see this word, amigurumi, home decor and accessories. Something she says, oh, amigurumi, the R turns into the U and the I. Well, it's okay. I'm hoping nobody notices. It's really just for my label, and it has the same thing as all of my Instagram and my YouTube channel with my flower moon. So hopefully that'll help people find me a little bit easier online as well as at the markets. I totally screwed that up, but that'll be fun. Trying to look at my clipboard so I stay on track here, but okay, let's look in here. So it looks like I made another plant here. This one has a little bit of pink in it. I try to have fun with these, so they're not all just green, boring, and people want other things. It looks like these are old. They're frogs that I haven't filled because I have so many Lucky Frogs. They really didn't do well for me, and I love those. And honestly, I'm such a meme girl. They're turning the frogs gay, and they're a rainbow variegated. I don't know if it's variegated, but it is a rainbow yarn, so it always cracks me up. But they didn't do as well, so I didn't make any more of those so far. Looks like I have another two. Oh, this one's cute. So again, adding flowers to them to make them more interesting. These ones have definitely longer tendrils than the ones that I've been making lately, but no problemo. Now looking at them though, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've made so many that have lots of colors in them instead of just one colors. I need to make some solid string of pearls the Monstera vines, and then I have this tight vine plant that I like to make. So, noted. You might have seen this guy. He's very cute. I'm kind of curious, if you are a crochet artist or you take things to market, let me know. Do you just put like your Christmas stuff out still? Like, do you wait till the end of the year? Do you put it out early in the year in spring as like their own, I wouldn't say they're on sale or anything like that, but like holiday basket that just has previous holidays in it? It's kind of what I think I'm gonna do, because I have a couple of knickknacks from Halloween, like spiders and ghosts. I have this guy, and I don't plan to do any Christmas markets. I know I should, but I really want to make sure I have enough inventory. So I have him. If you saw, I made a bunch of these Christmas tree decorations. I made a couple of these popping penguins in purple, and a couple in black, or actually, I don't know if I made more than one in black, but the black one was really cute. I like that pattern a lot. This I think was supposed to be a little Valentine's guy. I'm not the biggest Jellycat lover. As you can see, I do like some characters and stuff, but not crazy about it. It is funny that because of his little point, he sploots out instead of like forward, like I feel like a lot of Jellycats do, but I feel like that is just so cute. And then a couple more of these mallard ducks. This one I like, honestly, if it doesn't sell, I'm not gonna be mad. I probably will pull it out during the Christmas time and just keep it, because this is really easy to do, but it is so cute. It's so cute. I love this ribbon garland. I think it's a YouTube channel or a TikTok pattern that I just followed along to, and by the end of it I was like, oh my god, this is adorable. I know I made a little short about it too. I made one of these. It's a turtle succulent. I really love this pattern. I'm going to try to make about 5 of these just to have, along with, I know I need to restock my sunflower turtle patterns, and I had some just normie turtles, but I probably will just do like sunflowers and these guys and see how they do. Another Christmas pattern. I did a little snowman. Nothing too crazy. I finished this strawberry cat. I freehanded him, so I think this part is super cute, like his little stem on the back of his head, and all the strawberry seeds are little hearts. I probably should have done yellow instead of black. I didn't really think about it. Like I said, I just kind of freehanded it. Like even the edge is a backward crochet stitch, which is something I learned when I was making the bags, which those I think are by Cane Crochet online on YouTube. But just a little strawberry guy. Like I said, I made a whole bunch of yellow duckies to go along with the mallards, and then I had a couple of, actually I think this is my only white one left over from last year, so I need to make some of these white ducks, gooses, and I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be. All of them last year came with the little flower crowns. I probably will do that for some of them and not all of them. Yeah, like some of them had little purses. I don't think people really noticed that part. They just kind of liked either having them to squeeze and hold or having them as little guys. I made one ornament with a little face. He's very cute. That's all the Christmas stuff. And then I made these love bugs. Again, I cannot think of who the pattern creator is. If you want it, let me know down below. But I think it's a blog. A lady with a blog, but I don't know what her name is or what the blog is called. But I made 2 of these and they're very cute. I'll probably just have them off to the side and see if I make a couple more. But yeah, this is all the stuff that I've made over the last couple of weeks. I'm very proud of myself. Things have been going really well. I'll take you guys along in just a second. We'll probably go out into my spooky garage and try to look at all of my inventory. One, to put it into Squarespace because I know it's not accurate. Last year I was not the best about making sure I actually hit the categories or the items. Sometimes I would just plug it in because I was a little flustered. So I want to make sure to go through all of that, plug all of this stuff in. Also probably put things by categories so I don't feel flustered, like animals on swings, can have a category so I can jump into the category instead of looking through all of the different items I have. But yeah, we'll go do that and do like a mock setup. I'm not sure if I'll get that done today. That might be another video because this is already like 30 minutes long, so I think I'm gonna do that in a different video. We'll do a mock setup, and then we have to do a tent check because last year, I don't know if it was how we put in our tent or took it out or something, because there was like a little rusty spot on the corner, and I'm hoping I will be able to wash it off and get that out. Maybe it was just dirt, and if it's not, I probably should order a new tent cover before my first market, which, by the way, I'm doing the same markets that I did last year, except that market, instead of having 2 every month, it's going to be 1 every month. So I'll only have 3 markets between June, July, and August. Yeah, June, July, and August is the only months they'll go. So I'm really, really hoping to get into 2 markets from, I don't know if you guys have what it's called, like a rustic fox, painted tree. I don't even know if they're considered consignment stores, but they have all these other makers stuff in the store. But they have these huge, beautiful markets. They have such a good spot because like most of the area around it is parking lot, so they can have like 100 vendors. I know that will be stiff competitions, but I've gone to a couple of them and I love all the crochet girlies there, but they're not doing like the house plants. I didn't see a lot of the animals on swings and stuff like that, so I'm really, really hoping that I can get into that one. Also, my crochet moons, I haven't made any moons because I didn't sell that many last year, so I'm kind of itching to make one of those, but I don't want to make anything unless I get into that market. Anything like that. Crochet, I'm going to make a whole bunch of crochet because my last market, with the market that I originally went to last year, I did really, really well. I was running out of product. I think if I have enough product this year, I'll be able to do a lot better. And I'm really, really hoping to get into that bigger market this year. And I'll do that one May and October, I think was the 2 markets that I applied for. That way, I'll have pretty much one every month until we get into the Christmas season, and then I will try to probably apply. Obviously I've got a good growing stuff of Christmas stuff, but I'll try to apply to a Christmas market, and that'll be about the same, if not more, markets that I went to this year than last year. It's all about a little growth, right? The last thing, actually there's 2 things. There's one thing I'm working on right now and I'm going to complete by the end of today, but it is probably going to kill me. And then the other thing that I bought. So, I have a claw. I got this at a thrift store near me. I literally was watching somebody talk about how they got a claw machine, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can have a claw machine. This one is really kind of tiny. As you can see, the capsules are super, super tiny, so obviously I'm not going to be able to fit any crochet in here, but my goal would be to write little tags that have little that go with like keychains or those wind spirals, or a couple of dollars off or a percentage off, or stickers, or just little nicks and knacks, and like free trial of the claw machine with a $10 purchase, or you know, $2 per try or something like that. If you guys have any hints or tricks, or you know, have used a claw machine at your markets and what you had be the price and all of that stuff, let me know. I'm definitely going to start taking this stuff off. I'm hoping. That's the one thing. It's super loud. Wow. I think I'll probably just turn it. Well, I don't think I can turn it off, but the volume I wish I could turn off. Anyways, so I have to figure that out. I totally forgot that this made noise. That just scared me. But if you had a claw machine at your crochet markets and you did prizes or things like that, let me know. It's too small for like those pocket monsters I've seen, or like mini makes. I don't want to kill my hands, but I'm really kind of pondering this, but I do want to like spray paint this part purple to better match, and then I'll use my Cricut to make some signage. So yeah, that is not it, because I'm going to show you the thing that is about to have me deceased. So I thought I understood this pattern without looking at it, without looking at it. I found one on Instagram. I followed it about halfway through. You know, the really only thing I needed to know was how to make the petals. And I didn't. I was wrong. I should have read ahead. I should have followed the instructions. I shouldn't have sized it up right away. There's a lot of things. This was a very much learning pattern. It's also kind of giving you a hint. Leave your guess down below if you know what I'm talking about. With all this crypticness, I used this color, which is an acrylic yarn. It's a red heart pattern, or red heart yarn. I really like the color, but it is the stiffest, starchiest yarn that I think I've ever worked with, and making big plushies with it is absolutely horrendous. It was bad when I made this guy with it, and it's even worse with this one. So I'm going to show you where I'm at, and I'm going to keep going. And I told my fiance, I don't even know what to price this at this point, because it's given me so much grief that I feel like I want to price it so high in spite, just so, I don't know, it doesn't get bought. I have no clue. So I'll show you the body and see if you can guess. It's very cryptic from the body. Oh, there's a very long yarn. My cat is going to grab this. So this is the body. Pretty basic. I mean, it's almost the same. It's a little tubbier, I think. Again, practicing my sizing up skills has been interesting. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that. And this is the face. Do you know what it is? Can you guess? Let me bring the body back. Oh, I totally moved you over. I should have followed the pattern. I should have followed the pattern. I should have looked ahead and realized that I probably wouldn't have liked this pattern. That I should have made mini makes of this. And I do plan, even despite the torment I'm going through right now, to make mini Demogorgons, because I think they're really cute. It looks like they're really popular from some of the other creators I make. I see the vision. I just went about the execution really interestingly, and I'm struggling a little bit to get it to go together. And honestly, like, looking at it in the camera, it doesn't look too bad. It actually is looking really, really good. But the brain stress that this is making me, and I'm on the last piece. So I made the petals, and then you make the brown parts the same way, and then you crochet them together where the brown part's not stuffed, but the red part is, which gives it a good size. It looks more realistic than if it was flat. But now connecting them, and I don't know if the pattern that I'm reading is just not great, or if I'm just not paying enough attention, or the fact that I'm way off, because I already added a circle to the back to connect all of these because I couldn't figure out how to make them attach and stay connected. I'm almost thinking that I crochet this part on and then crochet the black part on and then do the white dots. It honestly looks so good on camera that it's like tripping me out. Like, maybe I'm doing a good job and I'm just getting stressed out, because sewing these two parts together, being so thick and this yarn is so starchy, I literally was like rubbing the corner of my hand so bad. And yeah, I think it looks really cool. I think it has so much potential. I think I'm just doing it wrong, and I'm gonna switch to the mini makes version of these, I think it's Just a Mom Crocheting has a pattern on Etsy that I might just buy and go with that, because otherwise it's breaking my head. So hoping to finish that today, hopefully to get into the creepy garage. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. I'm realizing that it's like 3 o'clock and I'm just making this video. Things to ponder on. But anyways, that was another catch-up video. It's been a while. This is probably months of monthly makes, but we're back on track. We're making stuff. I'm going to make the Demogorgon, focus my energy on that, because if I put it down, I won't complete it. So I'm going to finish that today. Then I'll probably jump to making some more mice, jump to making some more plants, and we'll see where we get from there. Thank you again for joining me. Leave me down below what you guys are making. I want to hear it. I want to see it. If you have any suggestions about anything I talked about in the video, leave that below. Leave a like, help me grow. Oh my gosh, I didn't even mention, we hit 60 subs. Like, thank you guys. I really started this channel just like, we'll see where we go. I would love for people to come watch me make my crochet and grow as a channel, but honestly, hitting 50, I was like, whoa, and then the next day I checked, it was already at 60, and I was like blushing. Oh my gosh, crazy. You guys are the best, and keep crafting. I'll see what you're up to next time. Bye.